Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video, and today we are going to take a closer look at a very interesting but seldomly asked question, namely why did nobody try to help Neia Baraja and her kingdom in the first place, after it had been attacked by the demon Emperor Yaldabaoth, who had already shown the world how dangerous he is, and how he would do horribly things to humans while attacking and raiding the capital city of Ainz. But before we're going to answer the question in question, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, as well as say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function, who made one-time donations. Now with that said, let's take a closer look at why nobody came to the aid of the Holy Kingdom. A human and deeply religious nation nonetheless, that was attacked, not only by Yaldabaoth, but also by his demi-human subjects of the Iberian Hills that he just recently had conquered. And the reason for why seemingly nobody came to the help is in actuality two reasons. And the first one is the religious schism between the theocracy and the Holy Kingdom. Again, while the Holy Kingdom is deeply religious, as much as slain in some parts, they don't follow the 6 great gods and worship them like the theocracy does. For the same reason, the Kingdom of Ainz and the slain theocracy had also a miserable diplomatic relationship with another. And the conflict with the kingdom, for example, was among other things about whether or not angels are truly divine beings sent by the 6 great gods, or just another type of monster, which the Kingdom of Ainz and the temples within it preach. And these differences were really important for the theocracy. And therefore I assume that some kind of schism over some kind of definition had similarly occurred between the Holy Kingdom and Slain. So they had not the best of relationships, to say the absolute least, but still, the Holy Kingdom was a human kingdom after all. So while the Holy Kingdom did not ask Slain for help, Slain at least should send a scripture, even undercover, in to aid them in their defense. And normally they likely would have done so. But they not only faced Yaldabaoth, who was way stronger than, let's for example say, the Sunlight Scripture could handle, but also the fact that the Sunlight Scripture had been destroyed by Ainz Ooal Gown recently, alongside with losing the ability to use their world-class item, Downfall of Castle and Country, because Shelty had destroyed Cria's life for good. She couldn't even be resurrected afterwards. So, in combination with the still ongoing war against the Elf Kingdom, prevented Slain from aiding the Holy Kingdom more directly. As for Ainz, the Kingdom Neia's Liberation Army actually had set up camp in for a few months. They simply couldn't muster the strength to aid the beleaguered Holy Kingdom, even though they themselves had been recently attacked by the demon Emperor Yaldabaoth and chased him off. And the reason for this were twofold. The first is that after being broken on the Cuts plane by the Dark Young of Ainz Ooal Gown, they were deeply disturbed and greatly weakened. Much of their leadership had actually been killed on the field, and what has been left was, how do I formulate this? It was a bit fillip, to say the absolute least. And before that they had already fought a long drawn-out military conflict with the Empire prior to this crippling blow. The kingdom therefore could simply not recover its strength, much less spare troops to aid them. As for powerful adventurers within the Kingdom of Ainz, while Blue Roses had shown their sympathy for the Holy Kingdom and wanted to help them, they made it in a very polite and considerate way clear that they just recently had lost 2 of their members, and even though they had been revived, they still needed a lot more training to recover their former strength. It was also doubtful that even at their full strength, they could be able to match or do anything against such a strong foe as Yaldabaoth, which led to one of Remedios's many inconsiderate and emotional outbursts. As for possible alternative allies, the Holy Kingdom did not approach the Dwarf Kingdom because they likely did not even know that it still existed. Nor would they believe that dwarves, in their mountain holes, would send troops to aid a human nation. As for the Arkland Council State, it too was a majority demi-human nation, and a good chunk of the troops that had recently occupied the northern part of the Holy Kingdom were demi-humans themselves. So any aid seemed highly unlikely given these differences and the similarities between the two forces. As for the Empire of Beirut, they had the military and the money to spare, but they had been recently subjugated by the Sorcerer Kingdom, which meant that they were not an independent political actor anymore. And the reason for why nobody besides the Sorcerer Kingdom could send in aid is because the Sorcerer King has forced the adventurer Momon, who had beaten Yaldabaoth just recently in the capital city of Riestais, to become his own personal and very human enforcer, in order to keep the population of Irantel docile. So ultimately, just as Demiurge had planned, the Holy Kingdom had no other choice as to ask the Sorcerer Kingdom for Momon's aid, which meant that the Kingdom of Ainz had now an opportunity to offer something finer, the aid of His Majesty himself. And with that said, I say thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know your opinions and thoughts down in the comment section, and as usual, I say my special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, Bad Guy Yi, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Firajivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia Viffy Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Oh Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Q&A Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenokai, and Zonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.